Hi, third graders. So what we are going to learn is how to make henna out of drawings of our hands today. Now, I have here 4 drawings of my hand. And the thing is, with our new paper that we're all using, we probably can't fit 4. I think that we can probably fit 3 into it. So hopefully you guys can do that. So the first step is to draw our hand. Now, you're gonna notice that I'm gonna use a green marker for this. Do not use a green marker, just use an ordinary pencil. What I'm going to do, I know this is not the best camera angle, and I have bigger hands than you guys, so this might be a little bit harder for me to do the 3. Maybe I can only do 2. If you guys can only do 2, that's fine. 2 or 3 is okay by me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my hand that I do not use to write with, I'm gonna lay it down on the paper flat, and I'm going to use my marker, and I'm going to carefully draw around it. Now, if you need help, that's okay. Maybe you can ask somebody who's taking care of you, or maybe an older sibling, to draw around your hand, all right? So I took my hand, I drew all the way around it. You see I have 5 fingers, super great. I'm gonna do the same over here. Maybe I wanna have this more at an angle here. It's okay, I got a little bit on my hand. That's because I'm using a marker. If you're using a pencil, you probably won't get any on. Just going around, just like I did before, holding my hand flat as I go around each and every one of my hand. Now, if you get a bit of this little wiggle here, that's okay. Now, what you can do is you can use your iPad to look up all of the different henna things. Henna is spelled Henna, and henna was actually made originally in India as a way for women to show that they were about to get married. So women, what they would have a long time where they would sit down and have all of these designs really carefully painted onto their skin. Now, what happens nowadays is a lot of people actually get henna, and a lot of times they get it at fairs. They can get it when they are going to an amusement park, and they can get lots of different designs. It doesn't have to necessarily be a hand design, right? So I'm sure that a lot of the girls in your class have actually gotten henna before on their hands. Now, this picture is cool because it shows all of these different colors. It's not just brown or black sometimes. Sometimes it can be white. Sometimes it can be lots of different cool kind of colors. Now, you can see here, there are lots of different designs you can do. Elephants, flowers, lots of lines. So if you are having a hard time drawing some of these things, maybe instead you can do a sun, maybe with just some more lines on them, right? It's okay to just draw lines. I'm okay with that, right? If you want to draw flowers, I love that, okay? Those are all different options. So with my hands right now, and oops, I made a little mistake there, that's okay. I'm gonna take my pencil. Remember, my green is just to signify my pencil, right? And I'm gonna go over this. Now, if I want nails, like I had made here, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make a U and then a line. So I'm gonna make a U, right? And then I'm gonna make a line across it. Again, a U and a line. Now, if you don't want nails, that's okay. You do not have to draw nails. This is for people who really just want to add just a little bit of something extra, okay? If you want to make them really long nails, go for it. I know I have short nails, right? Mine are probably not even long as I'm making these, right? And that's okay. If you have really long nails or you like really long nails, go for it. Now, I'm gonna draw a really simple one on this side and a more intricate one or detailed one on this side. So if I want to draw a simple one, I'm just going to do some lines. So maybe I'll do some horizontal lines, and then maybe I'll do some diagonal lines here, and then maybe I'll do some wavies And then maybe I'll have that other kind of wave, you know. And very last one, maybe I'll do some swirls. All right, so those are my fingers. So maybe I'll just cut them off, pretend like there's a ring or something around them, and then I have that rest of that hand there, right? So maybe I will draw just a butterfly, right? Now, if you guys do more of a simple version for both of your hands or all three of your hands, depending on how many hands you got on there, that's okay. If for this, I'm just gonna add a little bit more kind of details, just to, and these are, remember, they're just simple lines, right? They are not anything that any of you can't do, right? And that's it. That's all I'm gonna add, right? That's all I'm adding to this. Now for this one, this is for you guys who want a challenge, right? You want to add a lot of details to this. So I'm gonna kind of reference this hand that I made here. I had lots of details in this hand. So for these fingers, I'm gonna draw lines going across. And then for these fingers, I'm gonna have lines going down. And this finger, I'm gonna have lines going across as well as have a line going down the middle. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add kind of this squiggle going across these now. Same over here. All right, for these, I'm gonna kind of have these dots on this side. And look, even my detailed one isn't that hard to draw. And this one, I'm gonna kind of do like a checkerboard version. So like a darker side on one side and the other side lighter, right? Going all the way up, right? And then down here, I'm gonna turn this around so we can see it a little bit better. I'm gonna draw an eye. Now you guys can draw an eye no matter what way. I'm just gonna do a pretty simple eye that I know how to draw really well. And then I'm gonna add just some lashes. There we go. And from there, we'll just kind of have these lines going to it, lines going away from it. And then maybe I'll add some swirlies over on this side too. Look at that. So now I have two simple hands, one with more line base, one with a little bit more henna kind of base. Now, if you want to do one that's solely based on a search that you did about henna, go for it. I think that would be super cool to see. And that's all you're doing today. You're just drawing your two hands, three if you have three, and pencil, and that's it. You're gonna turn it into seesaw, either seesaw or Schoology, depending on which one we are using this year. And I hope I get to see all of your awesome drawings. Bye, friends. All right, friends, welcome to part 2. What we are going to do is we're just going to trace everything, which just means going over everything with a black marker. Now, since you guys use pencil, it should be a lot easier for you guys. You won't have as much color showing as I do. Now what I'm just going over is I'm doing every single line that I had gone over before with my black marker. Now if you have a Sharpie, that's cool, you can use that as long as you get permission from the people who are looking after you, okay? So I'm just going over that really quick. Now, if you go over it quickly and you have lots of little things showing, I highly suggest you go back over it, okay? The reason why I'm doing this quickly and I'm not getting as much of it not on my paper is because I'm kind of used to doing this a lot, right? I'm used to going over these. You might not be used to that, and that's okay, right? That's why we are learning this skill, right, friends? Now, just like before, if I colored it in a pencil, I'm gonna color it in my marker. Because I colored it in before, it's a little harder for me, and that's okay, right? So I'm just gonna go over it all. Now, if you are kind of understanding what to do, try to go ahead and do it while you are listening to me, right? Make sure that you get all of the fingers. Make sure you get all of your lines, right? You're not getting just the fingers. You're not getting just the lines. You're getting all of it, right? I want to make sure I see every little detail in things, okay? So I'm going to go over this all. Make sure I have all of my little details, everything. If you made nails, you're going to go over your nails too. If you made a butterfly or an eye like I did, you're going to go over them too, right? And you're making sure you get every little thing, okay? All right. Now I'm finishing up here a little quickly, just because I know how to do this super quick. If you don't, that's okay. If this takes you a while, that is okay too, all right? And that is all of my tracing, all right? Make sure that you trace all of your stuff. Make sure that every little pencil mark is cleared. Now, if you have a lot of pencil marks left over, kind of like I have that green mark, then what you can do is you can take a pencil eraser, and then you can go over that and erase your pencil lines. Sound good? Put this up on Seesaw or Schoology, whatever we're using this year, and I hope I get to see you all soon. Bye, friends.